This video is published by MBKP International, LLC. In this video we're going to talk about changing the data wire out and then getting it attached in the correct position. First thing you want to do is remove this top cover here. It should pull straight back. There is a video online on how to remove it if it's too tight for you to pull it off. Okay, you're going to remove these two side screws here on the side of this crown, and there'll be two on the other side. They're Phillips. You'll have a plastic shield back here. You'll need to remove the screw, a top screw here, and a top screw here. Then loosen the bottom one, and these plates will fall down. And you can take the shield. I've already taken it off, but the plastic shield you can move it back about an inch or two, and that's all we need to clear this lip right here. Okay, so once that's cleared, you can take this. One thing, make sure your paper cutter's unplugged. Do that very first. Unplug from the wall. Now on this, be careful. There is a blade there, so be careful on that because you're going to be messing around here a little bit. Don't ever put your fingers on anything. But on this, you can have one person lift this up just a few inches, and then unplug the data wire that's plugged into the back of here. You can look up in there and fish around and just unplug it. I've already this one's attached the correct way already, but you'll unplug that data wire, and then you can lay this back here. Okay, this one's going to have it's actually going to be, I'm just putting this in there an example because this one doesn't have it here. It's got it in the correct spot. But on the ones that need to be changed out, they'll be wired here like this, and they'll be in these clips here with all these rest of these wires. They'll be strapped down with these zip ties, and they'll go all the way down in here, and then all the way into your electronics department, and it'll plug into right there. That's number 17. There should be a wiring diagram in the back of your manual, but this is where the data wire goes from that. You just you can unplug it from there. Take it off that part of it. But a simpler way, you can cut these zip ties here to take your old one off with some nippers or something. You know, don't cut the other wires. You can cut down low and just make sure you get the zip tie only and take it off. And there you can take that off. And then there's some a screw holder there, a little thing with a screw Phillips. You take that off and you back them out and it goes in there. It's kind of a hassle to do that. It doesn't take too long, but if you want it to, if you got a new wire and you're replacing it, the wire that's here is not needed. So it's going to be, I'm going to just pretend this is the wire here. That's, pretend it's in here. What you could do actually is you can take this and just, cut it right here. Cut it right there. And then you can probably slide it out of these things. Slide it all the way down without this end on here. You can just slide it out. You wouldn't have to take any of these zip ties off or those things. You can just slide it all the way out and then just unplug it and discard it. Or you can just cut it here, throw that piece away, cut the other part right down here because it goes down here, and throw it away if you can't slide it out. But you'll probably just be able to cut one in and slide it out, and you won't have to mess with these zip ties at all. Okay, so once you get your old one out, it's not there anymore, this data wire. You're going to put the new one in, and basically what it's going to do, it's going to run down the left side of this, inside of the left side of this thing. And basically what you're going to do, I'll just put this on the ground so you can see a little easier, down low so you can see a little easier. Obviously the data wire is going to plug in here, into the back of your board. Then you're going to put one of your sticky square sticks right there, and you're going to put another one right up against the edge of this thing here, right up against it all the way, and do it straight across from where it plugs into. Okay, and then basically you're going to move it to the side, and you're going to put a zip tie right there, up and down ways, and then this one you're going to do it sideways, left to right. And the reason why you do it that way, it just holds it a little better, so it's harder for it to be pulled out when this one's left to right. Instead, if they're both up and down, they'd pull easier. And you just want to keep the slack out. It's have it going straight across. You don't need it real tight or anything, but just you don't want it looped up here, because if it's looped, then it can get close to this this right here, and it can get caught in there or rub on it and wear it out. But so just plug it in here. Some of them are plugged in a little bit differently, but they're usually about right there. And just go straight across. Put your zip tie on there. Put your zip tie in there, and then the rest of it runs straight down. And I'll take this out completely so you can see it. Okay, once you just basically take this lid completely off and set it somewhere else, and then you can attach this to it. And once it's attached like this, going straight across with a square stick there and a square stick and your zip ties, it's going to hang straight down. You're just going to come here, and one person can do this, but the hanging part, you just want to let it go inside the electronics compartment like that. And then just it's better with two people, but you can slowly bring this down and let it, once it's down on this side, kind of hung up on something, I can hold it up here, and then I can kind of guide it down in there. If you're doing this yourself, you typically want to get it under that bolt right there, so it's back behind here. And just make sure you take all the slack out. You don't need to pull hard, just make sure all the slack's out as it's going down. into place there. Now that it's on the inside and going straight down out of the way of everything, and now it's in this electronics compartment, and from there it's pretty simple. You plug this into the number 17. Make sure you get all 4 prongs in there, because there are 4 prongs. You know, make sure you get it plugged in good. Make sure you don't miss any of the prongs. And then you're going to have this wire here hanging out. So basically, all you need to do is tuck it in over here to the side. You know, put it behind some wires if you want it to hold it to the side back here to keep it away, because there is a moving part right here, another belt. So you just need to keep it out, tucked into the corner somewhere. From there, you put your lid back on. Put your screws back into the thing and put your safety shield back on, and it should be ready to go.